Hi everyone. So in today's session, we are going to discuss about the cloud computing and the Salesforce. So what exactly the cloud computing and what exactly the Salesforce and what kind of services offered by the Salesforce to their customers and whether cloud computing means Salesforce or Salesforce means cloud computing or these two are two different entities. If these are two different entities, then how Salesforce is associated with the cloud computing and what kind of cloud services offered by Salesforce to their customers and how can we access those cloud services over the internet, we'll see practically today here. So first it starts with the cloud computing. So what do you mean by this cloud computing? What is the use? Why this cloud computing is in huge demand in the market? Why the customers are adopting the cloud services nowadays? What kind of advantages that we have with these cloud services? We'll see. So from cloud computing, the word cloud refers to the internet. The word cloud refers to the internet. Nowadays, usage of internet is very high. Everybody is accessing the internet by using the various devices like some laptops, desktops, mobiles, smartphones, tabs. The people are using the various devices and through these devices they're accessing the internet and through the internet they're accessing the various applications and with those applications the people are performing the various transactions through online. Like for example, if you want to reserve a movie ticket, the people are performing that operation through online. If you want to reserve a travel ticket, the people are performing through online. The people wants to pay any utility bills like as electricity bills, internet access bills, mobile postpaid connection bills, all these things are performing through online. If they want to perform any banking transaction, the people are performing through online. That means what? Everything we are performing through online. But sometime before, but sometime before, if you want to deposit any money into your account, then we have to go to the bank branch manually. We have to stay in the queue for a long time and then we can deposit money. If you want to reserve a movie ticket, so we have to go to the movie theater a bit early. We have to stay in the queue for a long time and then we can reserve the movie ticket. If you want to pay any utility bills, we have to go to the nearest agent and we have to stay in the queue and then we can pay the utility bills. That means what? Sometime before, we are performing those operations manually, we're spending some time. But now, everything we are operating through online. So that no need to waste our time, no need to waste our money also. So that everything we can able to perform through online by sitting in our home just by using some application with the help of a device. So, as an individual person, you are performing so many transactions through online by accessing the internet. So, not only the individual people, so many organizations are available, like as banking, finance, insurance, healthcare. manufacturing, supermarket. Like that, so many organizations are available which are automating their business processes by using the various softwares which they're accessing through online. For example, when you go to a bank people are using some softwares to store all their banking related data, to store their customer data, their transaction data, everything. When you go to the supermarket, those people are using some softwares to store all their products information, items information, and their customers information, sales information, everything. Like that, each and every organization is using the various softwares in order to automate their business processes. So in this case, whatever the applications are utilizing by the various organizations and the individual people, those applications has been categorized into two types. Okay, whatever the softwares are available in the IT industry right now, those softwares has been categorized into two types. The first one is the on-premise applications, and the second one is on-demand applications. Okay, on-premise applications and the on-demand applications. Then what do you mean by this on-premise and what do you mean by this on-demand? Now, so what exactly the on-premise applications? What exactly the on-demand application? Now these on-demand applications are also called as cloud applications. Okay. The on-demand applications are also called as cloud applications. Then why these cloud applications are in huge demand right now in the market? So what are the drawbacks that we have in on-premise applications and what are the advantages that we have in cloud applications? Now we'll see practically here. So when coming to that on-premise application, on-premise, then what do you mean by premises? Premises in the sense our area, okay, our area. That may be in our building, that may be in a room, that may be in our organization, that may be in our network, or that may be in our device. That means what? Whatever the application that you want to use, that application should be there in our premises. Premises means what? The premises means the device which we are using to access that application. Okay? The device which you are using to access that application, the device is called as our premises. Now, so in this case, when coming to the on-premise applications, okay, when coming to the on-premise application should be there inside our device first. Like for example, assume that I have purchased a mobile, a smartphone. Now through this smartphone, I would like to have some video call with my friends. So in order to have a video conversation, I would like to use WhatsApp. So now tell me, without installing that WhatsApp into my mobile device, can I use that WhatsApp to have some video call? No. First of all, we have to install that WhatsApp application into our mobile device. That means inside the smartphone. Then only we can use that in order to make some calls to the people to have some conversation. So in this case, WhatsApp requires the installation first. So first of all, we have to install, then only we can utilize it that. Those kind of applications are called as on-premise applications. That means on-premise. That means what? The application which you are using to access that to access that features, that application should be there inside your premises. That means that application should be there in your device. That means we have to install that application first. So these kind of applications are called as on-premise applications. So when coming to the on-premise application requires the pre-installation of the software. Pre-installation of the software in the device. the device first. So first of all, we have to install, then only we can start utilizing that. So these kind of applications are called as on-premise applications. So whatever the mobile applications that we have, every mobile application is an on-premise. So first of all, we have to install, then only we can start utilizing that. Now, now tell me, can you give me some examples of on-premise softwares, whatever you are aware of, except that mobile applications, because all the mobile apps are on-premise. So first of all, we have to install into your mobile device, then only we can start utilizing this. Can you give me some softwares? Now, for example, I'm having the MS Office. Okay. MS Office. MS Office is one of the on-premise. For example, if you want to prepare some Microsoft Word document, I want to prepare some documentation, or I want to prepare some presentation, or I want to prepare my CV. At that time, MS Office has to be installed into your local system first. So first of all, we have to install the MS Office. Then only with the help of that MS Office tools, we can prepare some documentations, presentations, and everything. So MS Office is one of the on-premise application. Like the similar way, I want to build a small application by using the C programming language. So that we have to install that C programming language software into a local system. So that C programming language is also one of the on-premise. I want to build a small C++ application. So that we have to install that C++ programming language into your local system. So C++ is also one of the on-premise. I want to build a small Java-based application. So Java software we have to install into your local system first. So Java is also one of the on-premise application. I want to build a small .NET-based application. So we have to install the .NET software into a local system. So .NET is also one of the on-premise. I want to use the Oracle database to store some data. So Oracle database has to be installed into a local system or into your organization's server also. That means it requires installation. I want to use some SQL Server database to store some data. So we have to install it first. Like that here, whatever the softwares are available in the IT industry, almost all the softwares are on-premise. All the softwares are on-premise. Like as MS Office, C programming, C++, Java, .NET, Oracle, whatever the softwares are available in the IT industry, all those softwares are on-premise, which requires the pre-installation. Then only we can start utilizing those softwares to build your own custom applications. So now here in this case, why the people are moving towards to the cloud applications? So what is the drawback that we have inside my on-premise application? And what kind of advantages that we have in on-demand application? Now let's see. So when coming to that on-premise application, we are having few drawbacks are available here. We have few drawbacks. The first drawback is it requires the pre-installation. It requires the pre-installation here. First of all, we have to install, then only we can start utilizing this. This is the first problem when coming to the on-premise application. Then what is the problem during the installation here? Now, let's see practically here. For example, assume that I have a software like some MS Office, which is one of the on-premise software here, which has been offered by an organization called as Microsoft. Microsoft has offered a software which is for the office automation to prepare some documentations, presentations, spreadsheets, everything we can prepare with the help of this MS Office. So MS Office is one of the on-premise application. Now, so what are the drawbacks with these on-premise applications? Now let's see. So now when coming to the Microsoft, they have built this MS Office software to be get utilized by all the organization people. Not only the banking people, not only the finance people, everybody can use. Because kids also can use to prepare some notes. Students also can use to prepare some notes or to prepare some documentation. Professionals also can use. Business people also can use. Organization people also can use. Everybody can use this MS Office. So, when coming to this MS Office, so many people wants to use this MS Office. So at that time, first of all, they will have to install that MS Office into the local system. But all the people are not using desktops. All the people are not using laptops. Few people are using, nothing but few of the customers are utilizing the desktop devices. Few of the customers are utilizing the desktop devices here. Few customers are using the laptop devices. Few customers are using laptop devices. Few customers are using basic model of mobile. Okay, basic model of mobile, which is having a small display unit inside this. Along with a QWERTY keypad is available inside this. It's a basic model of mobile device which is having a small display unit, and along with it will be having a QWERTY keypad also available inside this. And few people are using the smartphones. Okay, few people are using the smartphones which are having some high configuration, which is providing some larger screen, which is providing some high configuration also inside this. Few people are using the tab devices, which is providing some more larger screen, which is providing some high configuration also as well. Now, now the people are using the various kinds of devices over here. Now, now let's see what is the problem in this case. So, if the people, okay, the people who are utilizing this desktop devices, if they want to use this MS Office, then first of all they have to install. Now tell me, can install this MS Office into my desktop device or not? Yes, because every desktop device will support to install this MS Office. Because whatever the hardware configuration that we have inside this device, that hardware configuration will support to install this MS Office. Now, so every desktop device will support to install this MS Office, so these people can use. Next, the people who are utilizing these laptop devices, they want to use. So at that time they can install, they can use, because every laptop also will be supporting to install. Next one, the people who are utilizing that mobile devices, they want to use this MS Office. So first of all they want to install. Now tell me, will the mobile device will support to install this MS Office? No. I'm having some 16 GB of memory card is there inside this device, even though MS Office cannot be installable. Because it is not only expecting that memory space, it is expecting that respective hardware has to be get supports to install. So inside my mobile device I can't install because this hardware device will not support. Now the people who are utilizing the smartphones, those people wants to use this MS Office. So they have to install. But here, all the smartphones will not be supporting to install the MS Office, like as an iPhones. Okay, iPhones. This will not be supporting to install this MS Office. So only those smartphones which has been built upon Windows Phone platform, those will be getting supported. Remaining devices will not be supported here. Next, the people who are utilizing the tab devices, those people wants to use this MS Office. So at that time, all the tab devices will not support. Only those tab devices which has been built upon the Windows Phone platform, those tab devices will be supporting here. That means what? Whenever I'm using this on-premise application requires that installation. At that time, few devices are supporting to install, and then few devices are not supporting to install over here. So because of this not installation, because of this not supporting, so now the customers who are utilizing the tab devices, smartphones, and the basic model of mobile, these people can't use my MS Office. That means what? I'm losing some customers. I'm losing some business. I'm losing some revenue. I'm losing some profit also. So in this case, whenever if the software is pre-installed one, okay, which requires to install first, at that time all the devices will not be supporting to install. Only few devices are supporting to install. Remaining devices are not supporting to install. So this is the second problem over here. The second problem is, okay, the second problem is all the devices will not support to install the software. Because of that, we are losing the customers. Losing the customers are losing the business also. This is the third major problem over here. Next. The fourth problem is upgradation problem. Upgradation problem. So what do you mean by this upgradation problem? Now let's see practically. For example, assume that I'm using a desktop device. I'm using a desktop device. So in my desktop device, I have installed this MS Office. Okay, I have installed MS Office 2007 version. Okay, I have installed MS Office 2007 version. 2007 version. When 6 months back. 6 months back, I have purchased this desktop device. At that time, I have installed MS Office 2007 inside my system here. Since almost 6 months, I am using this MS Office 2007 software. I have prepared so many documentations, so many presentations, spreadsheets, so many things I have prepared. It is working very fine. There is no issue. I am happy with these features. Now, so recently, Microsoft has given the latest version of the MS Office software, that is some MS Office 2010, which is having some additional features. So I want those features. Then what we can do? Can I get those latest features on free of cost? Can I get this latest version of this MS Office on free of cost? No. Because MS Office is not a free tool. It's a licensed one. We need to buy that license by contacting the Microsoft. So that here we need to invest some money. Okay, we have to invest some money and then we have to buy the software license. We're investing that huge amount, get that software and upgrade into your local system here. Now, for example, I did the investment. I purchased this MS Office latest version, that is MS Office 2010, and then I have installed that software into my local system and I'm utilizing that. So I'm very happy with these features. There is no issue. Again, 1 year is over. Okay, again 1 more year is over. Now in this year, okay, recently Microsoft people has released one more latest version of this MS Office. Like as some MS Office 2012, which is having some more additional features. I want those features. Then what needs to be done? Again, we need to buy the license and we have to upgrade it to my local server. And then after 1 more year, Microsoft will provide one more latest version, that is some MS Office 2014, which is having some more latest features. So for that one, we need to buy that latest version. That means what? Keep on, every year Microsoft is giving some latest versions by adding some additional enhancements. So in order to get these latest versions, then what needs to be done? Keep on, every year we need to do the investment in order to get the latest version of that license. To buy that latest version of the license, every year we need to do that investment. Now tell me, if I'm doing this investment every year to get the latest version of the software, then what about the profit? Every year I'm doing the huge investment to buy the latest version of the software. Then what about my profit in this case? My profit will increase, my profit will decrease. Even though my business may be grown, my business may not be grown. My revenue may be increased, my revenue may not be increased. Always we need to provide the latest of features to my customers. So for that one, keep on, we need to buy this latest version of the softwares. So in this case here, if I'm doing that investment every year, then automatically my profit will be getting decreased. So this is the upgradation problem. This is the fourth major problem when coming to the on-premise softwares. The same problem the people are facing in the real world also during iPhones. For example, 6 months back, I have purchased an iPhone, which is the latest model at that time, iPhone 8 Plus, investing some 80,000 rupees. So after purchasing that iPhone 8 Plus, within 3 months, Apple people has released one more version, one more model, that is iPhone 10, iPhone X, which is of cost of 1 lakh rupee. There they have added some additional enhancements in that. They have added some more additional features. To get that one, again we have to do that 1 lakh rupee investment. After purchasing that iPhone X, within 3 months they have introduced one more model, iPhone XS, which is some 1,40,000 rupees, which is having some more additional features. So to get that latest features, we need to do that investment again. This is a major problem. This is the same problem happening when coming to the softwares also, when coming to the on-premise. So in these on-premise applications, keep on we have to do the investment over here every year. If I'm doing the investment every year, then automatically my profit will be getting decreased. So I will be getting the less profit. Okay, I'm getting the less profit. So these are the major problems that we have when coming to the on-premise applications. So on-premise application requires the installation of the software into your local system first. First of all, we have to install, then only we can start utilizing that. In this case, upon using these on-premise applications, we are facing these drawbacks. These are the major problems are available when coming to the on-premise application. So that here, now, I want to build the application like as an on-premise. I want to build my application in such a way that my application does not require any installation. Without installing anything, directly my customers can able to access my application. So I want to build the application in such a way that application does not require any installation. Directly the people can able to access my application by using two components. First one is a browser, second one is an internet access. Internet access. Just by using these two, the people can able to access my application. The people may be having any device, whatever they have. It may be laptop, desktop, mobile, printer. It may be a smartphone. It may be a tab. It may be any other device which may come in the future also, which is having browser and the internet access. The device should be capable to access my on-demand application. So that when coming to the on-demand application does not require any pre-installation. Does not require the installation. Without installing anything, directly we can able to access my application by using browser and the internet access. Just we need the browser and the internet access in the device is sufficient. Now, let's see here. You can raise a question, sir, do I need to install the internet access and the browser into the device or not? Now let's see. Let me explain. For example, the people who are utilizing the smartphones and the mobile devices and the tab devices. These people want to use my on-demand application. So they need a browser. Now tell me, do I need to install the browser in these devices manually? No. Upon purchasing the mobile device or upon purchasing the smartphone, upon purchasing the tab, browser is inbuilt available in these devices. So that no need to install the browser inside these devices manually. That will be inbuilt available. Next, come to the desktop. In order to use the desktop, first of all we have to use operating system. We have to install operating system. So upon installing the operating system, browser will be automatically installing into this device here. So that no need to install the browser explicitly. So browser will be inbuilt available along with the operating system. The same situation is for the laptop also. So upon installing that operating system inside this device, browser is inbuilt available. So that no need to install the browser inside this devices only. So in order to access that on-demand application, whatever the two components are required, like as browser and the internet access, from those two, browser is inbuilt available over here. Okay, the browser is inbuilt available. Now, the second one is the internet access. Now, every mobile device, every smartphone, every tab device is capable to access the internet by using the mobile network or by using some Wi-Fi connections. So without installing anything into your local device, by using that mobile network or by using that Wi-Fi connections, we can able to access the internet also. That capability is available. And like the similar way, every desktop device and every laptop device is having the capability to access the internet just by using a wide connection, that means a LAN connection, or by using the Wi-Fi connections also. So every device is capable to access the internet over here. So in this case, my on-demand application can be accessible by using any device whatever you have. So all these categories of devices will be supporting to access my on-demand application. So that on-demand application does not require a laptop and desktop mandatorily. Whatever the device that we have, that your device you can use to access that application, but simply or just we need the two resources in that device. One is the browser, second one is internet access. Any device, whatever we have in the market, which is having browser and the internet access, that device is sufficient to access your on-demand applications. That much of flexibility is available. So that here, all the devices are supporting right now. In future, if any other device which may come in the future also, like some Google Glass technologies also, at that time, there also you will be having the capability of internet access along with the browser. So those devices also capable to access my on-demand application. So that on-demand application does not require any installation. So every device is capable to access this on-demand application. So that much of flexibility is available when coming to the cloud applications over here. So that cloud application doesn't request any installation. It doesn't expect any high configuration system. Even though you are having a very legacy system or a very old system which is having 256 MB of RAM, okay, 256 MB of RAM inside your device, that device is also capable to access your on-demand application. So that every device is capable, like as a laptop, desktop, mobile device, and then a smartphone, tab, any other device, whatever we have in the market, which is having browser and internet access, that is capable to access your on-demand applications. That much of flexibility is there as part of these on-demand applications in Salesforce instance. Now, so now here in this case here, so now when coming to that cloud applications, how can we access these cloud applications? So cloud applications can be accessible over the internet. Okay, cloud applications can be accessible over the internet. How can we access this cloud application over the internet? Do I need to invest a huge amount, or can I take it on rental basis? So now here in this case, how can we use these cloud applications over here? Okay, now let's see practically. Now, let's see the traditional IT industry approach first. The traditional IT industry, what we have in order to utilize your IT services. Suppose if you want to use any IT service, that means it may be any software, it may be any ready-made application, or if you want to use any infrastructure, then how can we use in the traditional approach? Then how cloud computing is going to be changing this traditional approach? Okay, now let's see. Let's take a general scenario. For example, I have a person with the name some Ramesh. So Ramesh is financially very sound because he born in his family, so he is having some enough money. So now Ramesh wants to start a new business by investing some amount, and he would like to generate some more revenue. So that he has observed so many business sectors, like some banking sector, finance sector, consulting, construction, so many sectors he has observed. And finally, he got selected the banking sector. Okay, he got selected the banking sector. So he would like to start a new banking organization with the name some ABC Bank. Okay, he would like to start a new banking organization with the name some ABC Bank. So now through this bank, he would like to introduce the core banking services. He would like to use, he would like to introduce the core banking services to his customers. Then what do you mean by core banking services? Core in the sense what? Fundamental, basic. So what basic services every customer is expecting from the bank? We are going to the bank for what purpose? What are the basic services you are expecting? Basically, they're expecting that account opening. We need an account opening feature so that we can open a new bank account. We need that withdrawal facility. We need deposit facility. We need check facility. We need DD facility. We need ATM card facility. We need some online banking facility. These are the basic services expected by each and every customer from the banking organization. So these basic services are comes under the core banking here. So that core banking includes account opening, deposit, withdrawal, check facility, DD facility, ATM cards, online banking. These are all comes under core banking services. Now, so when coming to that, Ramesh is introducing core banking facilities to his customers. Loans are not comes under core banking. Loans are comes under the mortgage process. But he is not introducing the loans right now. After 6 months, he will introduce the loans. Now, initially he is offering the core banking services. Now, once my banking organization has been started, from there I will keep on capturing some new customers' information, and then I'm providing my banking services. The customers can perform their own transactions. Now, in this case, where we can store all my customers' information, where we can store all my customers' transactions information. Do I need to maintain some books and records to store all this information? No, because maintaining banking data in terms of books and records is very, very difficult, very, very horrible. Because storing that banking data inside the books and record is not safe. Because banking data is very, very sensitive, very, very confidential. So other people can't misutilize. Other people can't access my data without my permission. So in this case, I can't maintain that information in terms of books and records. So I want to use a software. So that one, I'm looking for a ready-made software. I'm looking for a ready-made software in order to store all my banking services information. Now tell me, do we have any ready-made softwares available in the IT industry which is used to store your core banking services? Which is used to automate your core banking services? Do we have any ready-made software? If it is some accounts information, then we can use some Tally software. And if it is some customers information, we can use some CRM software. If it is some HR related information, we can use some Oracle HR software, or it may be because SAP HR software also. But this is a core banking. Do we have any ready-made software? Yes, there is a software is available. What is that software? Finacle. Okay, Finacle. Finacle is a software product which has been developed by the Infosys. It's a product of Infosys. So now Finacle product has been especially designed for the core banking services. Especially designed for the core banking services. So now whatever the features are required to automate all the core banking services, every feature is available as part of this Finacle. Now, each and every banking organization in India, every banking organization, like as ICICI Bank, HDFC Bank, Axis Bank, each and every private and government banking sectors are using this Finacle to automate their core banking services in India. But not only the banking organizations, every postal department people are using this Finacle software in India. Because of the usage of Finacle software by the postal department, so now 80% of the postal departments are in online in India because of the usage of Finacle software. So that both banking people and the postal department people are using this Finacle software to automate their business processes. Now in this case here, initially Ramesh wants to use this Finacle for some time on free license. That means the free tool or the free version of this Finacle. And after 6 months, you would like to buy that license of that Finacle. Okay. Initially, Ramesh wants to use the trial version of the Finacle for 6 months. After 6 months, he will buy that license because now my bank is a startup bank, so we don't have much customers. I'm not generating much revenue, so I can't afford that much more investment. So for that one, I want to use a trial version of this Finacle software for some time. But unfortunately, we don't have any trial version of this Finacle. Okay, we don't have any trial version for the Finacle. It's purely on license based. Okay, it's purely on license based. It's purely a licensed tool. That tool which is very very expensive. Okay, it's a very expensive software. So in this case here, we have to invest some millions of dollars to buy that Finacle license. But as a startup organization, as a startup banking organization, I don't have much customers, I'm not generating much revenue, I'm not getting much profit. So that I'm not able to invest that much of amount. So I don't want to use Finacle software. Then what we can do? So what is the alternative way right now over here? The only way books and records? No. I don't want to go with the books and records. So instead of using this ready-made software, I would like to develop my own software here so that I want to build my own custom application. I want to develop my own custom application over here in order to automate my banking services. So now to build your own custom application, what we require a platform. Okay, we require a platform. Then what do you mean by platform? Platform is nothing but a development environment. Okay, platform is nothing but a development environment. Then what this development environment provides? This development environment provides the various resources in order to build your custom application. In order to build your custom application, whatever the resources are required, all the resources will be getting provided by this platform to you over here. Then what are those resources? To build our software, we require some programming languages. We require some technologies. We require some databases. We require some tools. So now all these resources are comes under the platform. So to develop your custom software, to develop your own application, we require some programming languages, we have to use some technologies, we have to use some databases, we have to use some tools. By using all these resources, we can able to build our own software based on our business requirement. Now in this case, for example, I want to use some Microsoft .NET software here. Like for example, Ramesh wants to use one of the programming language called as some Microsoft .NET. To develop that software, they would like to use Microsoft .NET. And to store the data here, okay, to store the data, he would like to use that Oracle database. He would like to use the Oracle database. Now, in this case here, to develop the application, can I use the trial versions of this .NET and can I use the trial version of this Oracle database? No, we can't use the trial versions. Why? Because if I'm using this trial version, then this trial version of the software may be getting expired after 45 days or after 90 days. But I'm building this application for my bank. My bank is running for lifelong so that my application should not get expired. My application can be accessible lifelong. So that here, I don't want to use the trial version of the software. I want to buy the licenses over here. So in this case, we need to buy the license of this Microsoft .NET by contacting that Microsoft people. And we need to buy the license of this Oracle by contacting the Oracle Corporation people over here. Okay, we can buy this license by contacting the Oracle Corporation people. That means what? Here also I'm doing some investment. So in order to build your own custom application, whatever the softwares are required, those software licenses that we need to buy. Next. For example, I did the investment, I have purchased the licenses of these programming languages and the databases and everything, and then I spent some 3 months of time and I built my application. Now my banking application is ready. We have tested all the features, each and every feature is working very fine, there is no issue now. Then where we can install this software? Once the banking software is ready, banking application is ready, then where do we need to install this banking application? In my personal PC? No. Because this application is not built for my personal use. This is for my banking organization. So that in my bank I need to maintain a server. So we need to use a server here. Now tell me, can I buy a server which is having that configuration of 2 GB of RAM, 100 GB of hard disk? No. Why? Because if for my personal use itself in my mobile, I'm having 4 GB of RAM, more than 200 GB of memory space is there. But this server is for my banking organization. Of course, now I may be having very less number of customers right now. So now slowly my business will be keep on growing. So that at a certain point of time, I may be having some millions of customers. At that time, all those people will access my application. So during that time, my application should not give any performance issues. So that we need to buy a high configuration server. We need to buy a high configuration server, which is having the capability of storing the terabytes of information, which is providing the faster performance, which is providing the more security for my data as well. So that I need to buy the high configuration server. So which will be having the capability to provide the more faster performance, more security, and the more data storage. So that we have to do the huge investment. Now, now tell me in this case here, what we did in this each and every approach as of now. For example, if you want to use a ready-made software, then we have to do the huge investment. Because here, whatever the software that you want to use, we have to buy the license of that software. To buy that license, we have to do the huge investment. This is the first problem. Suppose if you want to develop your own custom application, then also we are doing that huge investment. Because we need to buy the licenses of the required softwares and we have to invest some money for the application development, we have to do that. So there is a huge investment. And then to maintain that information inside a server, we have to invest that amount. So that we have to do the huge investment. That means what? In our traditional IT industry, as of now, if we want to use a ready-made software, we have to do the huge investment. If you want to build your own custom application, to buy the required resources, we have to do the huge investment. To maintain that application, we have to do the huge investment. So in all these three areas, there is a huge investment is there. Because of this huge investment, all the organizations are not using our softwares. The big companies are using our softwares, but the small organizations, startup companies are not utilizing our IT services because there is a huge investment. Those people may not be able to afford that much of amount. They can't do that much of investment. So because of that here, the startup companies and the mid-sized companies are not utilizing our softwares. Because of that, we're losing so many customers. We're losing so much business. We're losing so much revenue also. So for that one here, to avoid this kind of problem, they have introduced a feature called as cloud computing. To avoid this kind of investment problem, they have introduced a feature called as cloud computing. So what do you mean by this cloud computing here? What exactly is the cloud computing basically? Is it a programming language? Or is it a technology? Is it a database? Is it an operating system? Is it a tool or what? Basically, cloud computing is simply a concept. Simply a concept. It's not a programming language. It is not a technology. It is not a database. It is not an operating system. Cloud computing is simply a concept. So what this concept describes, this concept has introduced the rental facility here. Okay, this concept has introduced the rental facility in IT industry also. Okay. Now, basically, cloud computing is not a new concept which we are using in our real world since very long time. Like for example, come to a general scenario. Assume that I got married. I want to shift my family to Hyderabad. So in order to shift my family to Hyderabad, we need a flat. So at that time, what we need to do? We have to buy a flat. So when I did some inquiry to buy a flat, that will be around some 40 to 50 lakhs. So I'm not able to invest that much of amount to buy a flat of cost from 40 to 50 lakhs. Then what we can do? We can take it on rent. That means whatever the flat that you want, to stay with your family, that flat we can able to take it on rental basis. So rental is very very small amount. We can pay that rental amount to our flat owner every month. We can utilize our resource. Now, inside my flat, I need some electricity. So for that one, no need to establish that power plant. Directly we can access the electricity by contacting the electricity department. You can use that electricity the whole month. By end of the month, we can pay the rental amount. That depends upon your utilization, pay that rental amount to the electricity department. That means electricity we are taking on rental basis. And then inside my flat, I want some water facility. So the whole month you can access the water facility. By end of the month, we can pay the rental amount to the water department. Inside my flat, I need the internet access. So we can access the internet by contacting any of the service provider and then access the internet the whole month. By end of the month, we can pay the rental amount. It depends upon your utilization. And I would like to travel from one place to another place. But for that one, I need a car. But I don't have the car right now. So that we can take that car on rental basis by contacting any one of the cab vendor and then based on your travel distance, pay the rental amount to that cab vendor. That means what? In the real world, we are taking so many things on rental basis here. But in the IT industry, as of now, there is no rental concept. Okay, there is no rental concept. If we want to use any ready-made software, then we have to do the huge investment. Do the investment, buy the license of the software, and then start utilizing that. If you want to build your own custom application, do the huge investment, buy the required software licenses, and then develop that application. If you want to use any infrastructure services, nothing but a server, then do the huge investment, buy that high configuration server, install your software. That means what? Everywhere we are having the investment. So because of the investment, the small companies or the startup companies are not able to utilize our IT service. To avoid that problem, they have introduced the cloud computing. So when coming to the cloud computing, what this cloud computing do? Basically, cloud computing has introduced a rental concept in the IT industry as well. So that when coming to the cloud computing, it has given an idea. In the real world, we are taking so many things on rental basis. Then why can't we offer our IT services also to our customers on rental basis? Because our IT softwares are very, very expensive. So because of that huge investment, the people are not able to utilize. So why can't we provide these IT services to our customers on rental basis? If these are available on rental basis, rental amount is very, very small. So every company can able to afford that amount so that we can capture more number of customers, we can generate more revenue, we can get some more profit out of it. So that here, they have introduced that cloud computing concept. Now, when coming to the cloud computing is nothing but a small concept. Okay, cloud computing is nothing but a concept. It's not a tool. It's not an operating system. So cloud computing is simply a concept. It provides the various approaches. Okay, it provides the various approaches, the various guidelines, various principles through which we can access our IT services on rental basis. Okay, over the internet. Okay, over the internet. That means without installing anything into a local system, without having any prerequisite softwares, without having any prerequisite hardware configuration, we can able to access these cloud services over the internet on rental basis. So that when coming to the cloud computing provides the various approaches of accessing each IT service. So what is that IT service? It may be ready-made software, it may be the platform, it may be the infrastructure also. It may be the infrastructure also on rental basis over the internet. That means what? Without installing anything into a local system, just by using the browser and the internet access, we can able to utilize this IT service over the internet over here on rental basis. So that when coming to the cloud computing has introduced the rental facility in the IT industry. That means here simply we can say cloud computing has introduced the pay-per-use concept. It introduced the pay-per-use concept. It has introduced the pay-per-use concept in the IT industry. So that not only utilizing this IT services by paying the huge amount, we can take it on rental basis right now. So that if the rental amount is very small, everybody, each and every company, it may be startup company, it may be mid-size organization, it may be big company, everybody can use my softwares on rental basis so I can generate more revenue as well. So that we can increase my business. We can improve my business by capturing more number of customers. So that they have introduced this cloud computing concept. Now, when coming to the cloud computing provides the three classifications of services over here. Cloud computing provides three classifications of services. What are those three classifications of services? First of all, they're providing the SaaS service. Second one, the platform service. Third one, infrastructure service. These are the three classifications of services offered by the cloud computing to their customers. Then what do you mean by SaaS? SaaS means software as a service. And the second one, the platform as a service. Third one, infrastructure. Infrastructure as a service. So these are the three classifications of services offered by the cloud computing to their customers. Then what do you mean by SaaS? That means what do you mean by software as a service? When you observe all these three categories of services, here you will be having the last three words are common. As a service, as a service, as a service. That means each and every feature is offering by the cloud computing to the customers as a service. That means on rental basis. Services we can take it on rental basis. If it is a product, we have to do the huge investment. For the service, no need to do the huge investment, we can take it on rental basis. So now here in this case, when coming to that cloud computing introducing three classifications of services to their customers: SaaS, platform, and infrastructure. Then what do you mean by software as a service? So what do you mean by software as a service? What do you mean by software? Basically, software in the sense a ready-made application or a pre-built application which is having some set of ready-made features. So software is a ready-made application which is having some set of inbuilt features inside it. Now in this case, if that software is exactly suits to your business, then whatever the features they have provided inside that software, if that features are exactly suits to our business, then we can take that software on a rental basis. Instead of purchasing that whole software license by investing the huge amount, we can take that software on a rental basis. So in this case, whenever if you're utilizing the ready-made softwares on rental basis, then it is called as software as a service. Okay. When the customers are utilizing the ready-made softwares on rental basis, then it is called as software as a service. Then it is called as software as a service. Now, second one. For example, whatever the softwares they have provided by default, or whatever the ready-made softwares they are offering, those ready-made softwares are not suited to my business then. For example, they are offering a banking software, but I am into supermarket business. Now the banking process is different, the supermarket process is different. So that application is not suited to my business. Then what we can do? In this case, Can I build my own application? Yes. Upon building that application, what we need to build your application, we require that a platform. That means we need some programming languages, we need some technologies, we need some databases, and we need some tools to develop my own custom application to automate my supermarket business process. So in this case, whatever the platform that we need, that platform we can take it on rental basis. By using this feature, we can take the platform features or platform resources on rental basis. We can take the platform resources on rental basis. That means we can able to take the programming languages and the technologies and the databases and the tools, we can take it on rental basis. By paying the monthly rental amount, we can utilize these resources. With the help of these resources, we can build our own custom applications as well. The flexibility is available with the help of platform. Now, infrastructure. Once the software has been developed, once the application has been built, then where we can install this application? For that one, we need a server. So now, do I need to install the amount? Do I need to invest the huge amount to buy a high configuration server? No, not required. We can take this infrastructure also on rental basis. We can take the server resources. Server resources. That means what? Storage space. We can take the performance features. We can take the security features. We can take the backup and the restoring facilities. Everything on rental basis. So with the help of this infrastructure concept, we can take it on rental basis. So whatever the server resources that we need, like as a memory space to store some data, to store some application, and the performance features, security features, everything we can take it on rental basis. That means what? With the help of this cloud computing, we can take each and every resource on rental basis. It may be ready-made software, it may be a platform, it may be infrastructure. But in the traditional IT industry, what we have in the traditional industry, if you want to use ready-made software, there is a huge investment. To develop your custom application, we have to do the huge investment. To take that infrastructure services also, we have to do the huge investment. But now, there is no investment at all. Everything will be on rental basis. Rental amount is very, very small so that every customer can able to invest that amount here. That much of flexibilities are available as part of these cloud applications. Now, in this case, who are offering these cloud services to their customers? So cloud computing simply is a concept. It's not an organization. Then who is offering these cloud services to their customers? So that we have so many vendors are available here. We have so many vendors are available. For example, if you want to take a car on rental basis, then you will be having so many cab vendors are available. If you want to take a loan, we have so many banking organizations are available. If you want to take any internet access, then so many service providers are there. If you want to take a mobile network, so many mobile network vendors are available. Like the similar way here, if you want to take any cloud resource, then we are having so many vendors are available. Then who are all those vendors? We have so many vendors are available. From those vendors, some of the major vendors are Amazon. Amazon is one of the major vendors. Google. Google is in another vendor. Salesforce.com is in another vendor. Microsoft is in another vendor. Oracle is in another vendor. IBM is in another vendor. Alibaba is in another vendor. GoDaddy is in another vendor. VMware, Adobe Systems, Navisite, Citrix. Like that, We have so many vendors are available who are building their own softwares, their own platforms, their own infrastructure, and all these resources they're providing to their customers on rental basis. Okay. So now all these vendors are building their own softwares, their own platforms, their own infrastructures, and all these resources they're providing to their customers on rental basis. So in this case, when coming to the cloud computing, we are having so many vendors are available. From those vendors, some of the major vendors are like as Amazon, Google, Salesforce, all these organizations. Now in this case here, from those vendors, one of the vendor is Salesforce.com. That means Salesforce.com and the cloud computing both are different. Salesforce.com is an organization which is one of the vendor for cloud computing. So cloud computing is simply a concept that already we have discussed that cloud computing is simply a concept. Now, so now when coming to the Salesforce over here, when coming to the Salesforce, Salesforce.com is an organization. Okay, Salesforce.com is an organization. So which has been started in 1990s by a person called as Mark Benioff. Okay, by a person called as Mark Benioff. He is the CEO of the organization. He is the founder of this organization. So initially, he is one of the executive member in the Oracle Corporation. He is an ex-employee of Oracle Corporation and he has rendered his services for the Oracle Corporation for a long time. And during his tenure in the Oracle Corporation, he has observed the various products which has been developed by the Oracle people. What kind of products Oracle people are developing? And the customers who are utilizing those Oracle products. The problems which the customers are facing with the Oracle products. He has observed all these areas. Like, when coming to the Oracle products, these are very, very expensive products. Oracle products are very, very expensive. And that too, every year, Oracle is providing the latest version of their softwares. So at that time, we need to keep on upgrade. Okay, we need to keep on upgrade by purchasing the latest version of the license. That already we have discussed in the previous thing here. Previously, we have discussed that. Upgradation problem is there. So in this case, if I am going to be upgrading the Oracle software with the latest version, so that we need to invest a huge amount. But as an organization, every year I can't invest that much of amount in order to upgrade my software. It is very, very difficult, so that the customers are facing some problems. So that here, when coming to this person, Mark Benioff, he got an idea, our customers are facing so much problems upon upgradation, okay, because they have to invest a huge amount every year to upgrade the Oracle software. So that the people are not showing interest to utilize our softwares because of the huge investment every year. So in this case, he got an idea, why can't we introduce the rental facility? Why can't we provide our Oracle products to our customers on rental basis? So that he made a proposal to the higher management of the Oracle Corporation people. He made a proposal to the higher management of the Oracle Corporation people. But his proposal got rejected. Oracle people are not ready to provide their products on rental basis. So that here, he got resigned to that company and he came out from that organization. He has started his own company with the name Salesforce.com in the 1990s. And then from the beginning, they're purely concentrating on on-demand services. From the beginning, they're purely concentrating on on-demand services. There is no concept of on-premise in Salesforce. Each and every feature which they are providing to their customers are purely on demand, which can be accessible over the internet, okay, without any pre-installations. Now, in this case, when coming to the Salesforce, what kind of services they are offering here? Now, Salesforce people are offering all the three classifications of services. They are offering SaaS services, they are offering the platform services, they are offering the infrastructure services also. So these are the three classifications of services offered by the Salesforce to their customers. Now, as part of SaaS, you know that concept here. What do you mean by SaaS? SaaS means ready-made softwares. The ready-made application, we can take it on rental basis. Then what ready-made applications are offering by Salesforce on rental basis? Salesforce people are offering a ready-made application called as Salesforce CRM. Okay, they are offering a ready-made application called as Salesforce CRM application. So we can take this Salesforce CRM application on rental basis over here. And then we can raise a question, why so many people are adopting Salesforce CRM application? Because Salesforce CRM application is the world's first on-demand CRM application. It is the world's first on-demand CRM application. So this is the world's first on-demand CRM application available in the IT industry. So before the year 2000, we have so many CRMs are there, but Salesforce CRM is the world's first on-demand CRM. The two CRM, Salesforce CRM is the number one leader in the CRM space in the entire industry. So Salesforce CRM is the number one leader in the CRM space in the IT industry because they are providing very good facilities. We'll see those facilities in the next session as well. And next one. As part of that Salesforce, they're not only offering us ready-made software, they're offering a platform also. So what is that platform offered by Salesforce? Salesforce is offering a platform called as Force.com platform. So which is a cloud platform over here. Okay, which is a cloud platform. Which is a cloud platform which does not require any pre-installation here. Okay, which does not require any pre-installations. Directly we can able to use this platform in order to build your own custom applications. So by using this Force.com platform, we can build whatever the applications that you want. It may be banking applications, finance application, insurance, healthcare, manufacturing, consulting, construction, any kind of application, whatever you want, you can build. That much of flexibility is available as part of this Force.com platform. The two, this Force.com platform doesn't require any installations. Of course, it is having some programming languages because platform means what? It is providing some set of programming languages, some set of technologies, and some set of databases and the tools also available as part of the platform. But when coming to the Salesforce also, as part of this Force.com platform, they're providing two programming languages to you over here. The first one is the Apex programming language, and the second one is the Visual Force programming language. The second one is Visual Force programming language. So these are the two programming languages has been offered by Salesforce as part of this Force.com platform. And by using this platform, we can build your own custom application whatever you want. Okay. In order to build your own custom application, we can use this Force.com platform. Then once application has been built by using these programming languages, in order to install that application, whatever the server resources are required, whatever the memory space is required to install your application, to store your data, to store your documents, files, everything, we are using that infrastructure also, so that we can take that server resources also. We can take the server resources also on rental basis, where Salesforce is maintaining their servers in the three different regions over here. Salesforce is maintaining their servers in the three different regions, like as first one is the North America region, second one is the Europe region, that is also called as EMEA, Europe, Middle East and Africa region, and then they're maintaining that infrastructure services inside that Asia Pacific region also. These are the three regions are there where exactly the Salesforce business has been spread across, in which they're maintaining the various servers. In those servers, they're allocating the memory space to their customers. So these are the three classifications of services offered by the Salesforce to their customers. Then, in this case here, so what exactly is Salesforce CRM application? What is the use? Why should we go for this Salesforce CRM application? Then what is the benefit if I am using Salesforce CRM? Then why can't we go with other CRM applications like as PeopleSoft CRM, Cbel CRM, Dynamic CRM, Sugar CRM? Why can't we use that? What is the problems in those CRM application? What is the advantage in this Salesforce CRM application? We'll see practically in tomorrow's session here. Okay, so this is the high level idea on the cloud computing and the Salesforce. So we have discussed what exactly the traditional IT industry, what is the problem, and what kind of softwares are there, like as what is on-premise software application, what is on-demand application, what are the differences between these two, and what kind of problems the customers are facing with the traditional IT industry approach upon using the softwares, and then how this cloud computing is going to be overcome those problems. What kind of services cloud computing offers to their customers we have discussed, and who are the various vendors are available we have discussed, and what is the importance of Salesforce in this cloud industry we have discussed here. Okay. Now, so this is the high level information about the cloud computing and the Salesforce. Now, so as part of this course, we are going to be discussing the three modules basically here. The first one is the configuration module. This is also called as admin features. Admin in the sense, don't think installations, patch updates, nothing. By using this admin features, how can we build our custom applications? Okay, how can we develop our own applications without writing any code? Without writing any code, without using any programming languages, without having any technical skills, how to build application features by using that mouse pointers. We'll see practically as part of this admin. Now, so now, upon building that application by using this mouse pointers, definitely we may be having some limitations. Like some features we may not be able to configure, we may not be able to implement, okay, without any coding part. So at that time, whatever the complex features are available, for those features we need to write some little bit of code. So that here, how can we build those features by using the customization over here. Customization is also called as development part, is also called as development. As part of this development, we are going to be discussing about the force.com platform. So in this one, we are discussing about that your Apex programming language, Apex programming, and the Visual Force programming. We are discussing Apex programming language and the Visual Force programming. Now, so how to use this Apex programming, how to use the Visual Force programming, we'll see practically as part of this development. And the third one is integrations. Okay, integrations. Once application has been built, then how can we integrate this application with the external systems? We'll see practically as part of this integrations over here. So these are the three modules are available as part of this course. Okay. Now, initially we'll be starting with the configuration part, and then so for the first 40 days, 35 to 40 days, we're spending the time on configuration, and after that we'll start the development part, which will be some 35 sessions, and then we'll move forward to that integration parts over here. Okay. Now as part of this course, the duration will be the 3 months of course. The duration is the 3 months. So daily you will be having 1.5 hour session, 1.5 hour session daily. Now, so in this case here, as part of this course, we are providing that whole information, not only like as what is what concept, will go in detail. Generally, you might be aware of that few people are providing this complete course within 40 days or 50 days, 2 months. The people may be getting covering that. But they will be giving just what is what information. But we need to go in detail. Because even though if you complete the course within 2 months or 45 days, once you start working on that, then the actual struggle start. Because you can't implement everything. You may not be aware of all those things. So that here we'll be discussing each and every functionality, each and every feature in detail with the practical examples as well with some real-time use cases also. So it will be taking minimum 3 months of course. So now along with this course, we are going to providing the course material as well. Okay, the soft copy material. soft copy material I will provide to each and every person by placing inside the Google Drive. And along with that, we are providing the videos. So whatever the sessions we are having, every day the session I will record, and those recordings I'm placing into the Google Drive so that you can able to access those videos, okay, based on your convenience, or whenever you are doing the practice. If you're stuck up somewhere else, or if you miss any of the concepts because of some health issues, because of some office work, if you're unable to attend the session, you can go through those videos also here. These videos will be available for the lifetime access, not only till the course. This will be available for the lifetime access as well. All the admin videos, all the development videos will be available for your access, okay, over that internet. You can access that, okay, for the lifetime. And along with that, we are providing the FAQs also. What are the questions they are going to be asking during the entry point of, you will cover all those points over here. We'll be discussing as part of this course. Along with that, we are going to be providing the information about the certification material. So in order to do the certifications, whatever the latest dumps are required, those latest dumps I will provide. Both admin dumps and then along with the development also here. Because whenever if you're staying in some US, okay, admin certification, development certification, both are mandatory. So that here, we will be providing both the dumps to you. So I will be giving that 100 questions dump. You can able to, if you are learning those 100 questions, then you can clear the certification 100% pass. Now, I will provide that certification material also as well to you over here. So these are the information we are offering as part of this course. So the sessions are starting from tomorrow morning at same time, morning at 5 to 6:30. Sessions will be daily at morning 5 a.m. to 6:30 p.m. 6:30 a.m. So daily we'll be having a session from 5 to 6:30. Sessions are starting from tomorrow here. Okay. The sessions will be continuing from tomorrow onwards. So today is some the basic information like the demo session. Tomorrow we'll be starting the sessions over here. And apart from this one, if you need any more information, then let me know. Do we have any questions? And one more thing, could you please post your email ID inside this drive, sorry, inside your chat window, so that I can able to send the latest meeting link as well to you, the tomorrow's meeting link also. Do you have any questions?